Alrighty, guys. So it looks like, at least to me, SoFi starting to consolidate, cool off a little bit after getting completely destroyed from 555 back on, when was this? The 11th of May, down to 445 by the 15th of May. It looks like it's starting to cool off, maybe bounce back a little bit. So I figured, hey, let's do a quick update, break down the charts, talk about my thoughts on SoFi. So if you guys find value, hit that like button, feel free to subscribe, and you might as well get some free money from Moomoo, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. Use that link down below, or go to stassurfest.com/Moomoo. Once you open up an account, you get one free share of stock right off the bat. Fund your account with at least $100, you get 4 more stocks. And if you fund your account with at least $1,000, are you guys ready for this? You get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 free stocks. So if you guys want to help out the channel and you want some free money, go to that Moomoo link. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So SoFi right now is doing pretty well. Not crazy. It was actually doing a lot better earlier in the day, but it is now up 0.5% roughly, up around 2 cents. So again, I mean, nothing crazy, nothing worth writing home about. But earlier in the day, if I pull the intraday up, we were actually at $5.15. You guys can see at one point we were up around 4%, which is actually pretty good. I mean, it's way better than 0.4%, 0.5%. And you guys can see, again, we're seeing a little bit of a pullback intraday, but either way, we're still in the green. And you guys can see yesterday we hit 470 at the low, 469 to be exact, and we've rallied off that point. We took the highs out from yesterday with today's move, and even though we've given back a lot of the gains intraday on SoFi, we're still seeing this trend hold right here. Boom. You guys see that trend on the intraday? Actually, you might see it on the 5-day chart as well. Do you guys see this right here? We're holding the uptrend on the 5-day, 5-minute, and it's a very mini uptrend, small uptrend. It's not like the stock on the longer time frames is reversing. At least for now, guys. We'll see it. We'll see what the future holds. But on the 5-day, 5-minute, over the past 1, 2, 3, 4 days, including today, I guess 3.5 days, whatever, it looks like we are holding this trend, which is good, even though we're pulling back right now. And we're actually right by the 180 SMA. We're at it right now on this 5-day, 5-minute chart. So this is actually a very critical spot for the bulls to hold. And even if it falls under the 180 here, it's not the end of the world, considering last time we tested the 180 SMA, we dipped below it a little bit. That was actually yesterday morning. You guys can see right here, boom, we dipped below it, but ultimately double bottomed and broke out from there. And a couple days ago, 2 days ago, we hit roughly 465. We were under the 180 at that point as well, but we then recovered over it, and we did that the day before. So either way, I mean, if we dump under it a little bit, it might only be momentarily, and that dip could get bought up very quickly. That's kind of the way that I'm looking at it here on the 5-day, 5-minute. And on the 4-hour chart, actually, hold on, let's pull up and by the way, SoFi just went red. Now it's down 0.1%. Who knows where it's at by the time you're watching this video, guys? We'll see. But on the 20-day chart, SoFi is still actually in a downtrend. Do you guys see this right here? We are doing well on the 5-day, 5-minute, but now we're actually facing the 180 SMA on this 20-day chart, and the downtrend on this 20-day chart, which is clearly a sticking point right now for the bulls, right? We're technically under the lows from, or the highs rather, from, you guys can see this time period, we're clearly under those highs, and from before where we hit $7. So if you're a bull here, which I'm actually waiting for this to break, then I'll become an ultra bull, based on the charts, right? If you're a bull, you need to see this breakout of this point right here. We have to start taking out this trend line, breaking 525, breaking especially above the mid fives where we failed, many times earlier in May. You guys can see here, early May, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, roughly rejections at that point. So we have to take out the moving averages, break out of this wedge, and start going past 550. A lot needs to happen here. But I believe we could get that, as overall SoFi sell-off after earnings, like I said when they reported earnings, and I'll say it again now, I think it's way overblown. I mean, this thing was at $7. Now it's at under $5. I mean, geez, guys, down 30%. It's pretty overblown in my opinion. So we could be getting that run, but we have to wait and see the charts. We have to wait for the charts to actually confirm it, right? If that makes any sense. Right now, we're not getting that confirmation, but when we do get it, we start breaking 525, 550. these levels I mentioned, then we could start making a bigger move. And on the 4-hour chart, we can see, wait a second, let me clear the drawing set here. We are in this downwards channel still on the 4-hour chart. Let me show you guys this. If I zoom in a little bit and, get these drawings ready, you guys see we're still clearly in a downwards channel, which we are starting to test the 50 SMA right now on the 4-hour time frame, and I butchered that, but bear with me, guys. Bear with me, guys. We can see we're testing the 50 SMA right now, which might test, or break rather. Again, it needs to break for this to start the rally, but who knows if it will. So my alerts are at 550. Well, one's at 550. I'll put another one right now at 515, which is slightly above the 50, the 50 SMA here on the 4-hour chart. That spot needs to break. And if we do break that point, mid-5s is coming, then mid-5s is the real test for the bulls. If they could break the mid-5s, now we're talking a move back to the 6.5 range, maybe back towards $7 where it was when they reported earnings. So that's a quick breakdown here on SoFi, guys. So pretty much for me, I'm not in it right now as a trade, but I am looking at it as a trade. If we do break that 515 level, maybe up to 550 for a quick move, then if 550 breaks again, that's where the bigger move could end up coming. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo. Again, once you open up an account using that link down below, you get 1 free share of stock right off the bat. Then deposit at least $100. Once you do that, if you want to, you get 4 more stocks totaling 5 stocks. And if you deposit at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks totaling 15 stocks. So if you want a bunch of free money and you want to help out the channel, use that Moomoo link. Don't be shy. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, let's take a look quickly at some other movers here. Stocks that have been doing very well. Some of these include AMD. I mean, guys, do you remember AMD? They just reported earnings literally 2 weeks ago, not even probably. Yeah, no joke, 2 weeks ago, the stock was at 80, and just like that, we hit the bottom of this channel that we called out, by the way, and, we just completely exploded from $80. Now we're pushing 105, we hit 108 earlier today. The stock is up 33% in the past 2 weeks. What a turn of events here. Now you're probably asking yourself, Stas, are you going to FOMO into that? No, I'm not going to FOMO into it. At this point, in my opinion, the move in the short term has been made, and we have to wait for a drawdown. I mean, you guys can see each time we hit a massive run within this channel, at least over the past couple of months, and especially when we took out the highs from the previous rally, which we just actually did that, we've been met with a couple weeks of selling or cooling off. You can see right here, we ran all the way from $54. You guys can see all the way up to about 80. Then we cooled down to about $60. That would have been the entry point. Then we ran all the way to about 89, 90, took the highs out from before, the $80 high. Then we ended up cooling off to about 77. Then we ran all the way to 100, cooled off to about 80. Now we just hit 108. Sure, it might run a little more to 112, maybe it goes up even higher than that, 115, but ultimately we're going to get another pullback that could bring us back down maybe to about 85, 90, 95, and then that would be the entry. In a perfect world, of course, the stock market is not perfect, so nobody knows what's going to happen, but that's just a thought here on AMD, and I'm eyeing it up on the pullback, guys. Right now, I'm not FOMOing into it, but, I'm eyeing it up if it does come down, let's say another 10, $15, which might not happen for a while for all we know. I mean, today it's up 2%, it's crushing it, so who knows what's going to happen with that one moving forward. And let's see, any other big movers? What down movers do we have today? What's BBBYQ up to? Down 2%, so that's still consolidating right around 17, 18 bucks, or cents rather, not bucks. That'd be crazy. Cents, right? So let's see. Anything else moving? Apple's another one that I'm looking at here, guys, and we'll wrap it up here. That is starting to take out. Well, it hit 175 today, and we're starting to get to the highs from last week, the week before that, earlier in May, when we hit roughly, where was that? 175 bucks. You guys can see we do arguably have an ascending triangle on this on the 4-hour. You can see maybe on the 20-day chart, you can see it even better. Yup, look at that. So if we clearly take out, in my opinion, 175, we start moving above 176. We can pop the 1-year chart up and see where this was at. Yeah, 176 was the high from mid-August. If we start getting out of there, Apple could really take off. Just looking based on these charts, all-time highs are literally right around the corner. We're probably going to go to all-time highs if we take out 176, at least in the short term, guys. That's my opinion. Will we sustain all-time highs? I don't know. That's a different question. But if we hit 176, break it. 180, 182, that's another day or two of green in the markets. Totally possible here on Apple. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe to my second channel, Stas Talks Money, which I'm doing a $100 giveaway once we hit 1,000 subs on that channel. So go down below or just search it up on YouTube, Stas Talks Money. And don't forget to also get your free money from Moomoo up to 15 stocks and your 12 stocks from Webull. Check out my Patreon as well. You might as well. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.